What's the trick?
You put the milk in before you turn the espresso machine on, and then you get like a nice latte.
Little froth. So yeah, so today I'm gonna make a sort of no waste, easy dessert because we've had cornflakes laying around the house for like, if you think about it, it's been like 2 months, which is kind of gross. But we're gonna use those cornflakes to make some easy vegan Butterfingers that don't have any processed sugar because we're using my favorite sweetener and our body's favorite sweetener, dates. So let's get to it. This recipe requires pretty basic ingredients. For the filling, cornflakes, dates, peanut butter, vanilla. We're gonna line a loaf pan with some aluminum foil, and for the topping, some vegan chocolate, coconut oil, and potentially any other toppings you may want, such as cacao nibs or coconut flakes. In a large bowl, we're gonna take 3 cups of ground cornflakes in addition to 1 cup of packed dates that has been finely chopped. Add 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract and half a cup of creamy or crunchy peanut butter. This is entirely up to you. Give everything a good whisk and combining. Now, the mixture may seem a little dry in moments, then you'll have to go in with your hand and mix it up really nicely. I like to do this preferably in a food processor, but because I don't have one, I used a hand blender. And you want it to be stiff but crumbly, and feel free to add a little bit of water or plant milk for everything to stiffen just a little bit. And add it to the bottom of your aluminum foil wrapped loaf tin and push it down to the bottom until really nice and flat, and freeze for 1 to 2 hours while you work on the topping or do other things in the meantime. For the chocolate topping, we're going to take lots of vegan chocolate, coconut oil, and cacao nibs, and we're going to melt the chocolate and coconut oil in the microwave for 30-second intervals, making sure to agitate the chocolate every single time you take it out. This allows for the chocolate to melt evenly and be really nice and creamy, especially for people who don't have a double boiler. You want it to be really nice and smooth. Be sure to use a lot of chocolate though if you make a lot of Butterfingers, because you will be coating them entirely. Take the filling out of the freezer, pop it out of the aluminum foil and the tin, and then cut into approximately 8 individual bars. You're going to cut it first into 4 to 6 slabs. It really just depends on the kind of size that you want, and once again in half. So this can vary anywhere between 8 to maybe even 16 individual Butterfingers, depending on how small or large you want your treats to be. While the Butterfinger filling is still cold, you want to dip them into the chocolate and coconut oil mixture, making sure that it is completely surrounded in chocolate. I do this by flipping the top, then the bottom, and adding a little bit of chocolate onto the sides, dripping a little bit and making sure that everything is nicely coated, and adding it to parchment paper. I'm not an expert in chocolate coating, so I know it can be a challenge. This is the easiest way to do it. Add cacao nibs or any other kind of topping you would prefer on top while the chocolate is still relatively warm. I added a little bit of extra chocolate on top with the remainder, and let them cool completely and enjoy. This recipe is really great. It's no waste, it's delectable, and the inside looks fantastic. If you guys like this content, be sure to subscribe for full videos every Friday and daily shorts. See you next time.